Okay, so this clip might not go anywhere. Because I've got a baby growing in my tummy. Anyway, all of these feelings are probably very normal, but okay, so this clip might not go anywhere, but I just want to document what I'm doing just in case. So it's the 25th of October today, 2023, and I feel crazy saying this out loud. I'm 2 days late on my period, and I'm just gonna I feel like I'm going red. I'm just gonna go and get a pregnancy test today. I haven't told Jake. He does know that I'm late on my period, but like by 1 day, I told him yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm late on my period. So I just thought that like I would get a pregnancy test and just kind of see what's going on down there, because I am really regular, like clockwork, and it's a bit like, oh, maybe, I don't know. But I've been thinking about it all morning, and I kind of can't get it off my head until I just do a test and just see what's going on. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel. I'm like excited to find out. I feel like I've got a lot of adrenaline, but also I'm just like, I'm probably not, if I'm honest, I'm probably not, but I just want to make sure. And yeah, let's see. But I thought I would film this clip just in case, because who knows. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh, kind of scared, kind of nervous, kind of excited, kind of everything. I'm actually going to do a food shop. That's why I'm going to get a test, because I thought I'll just get one at the food shop, come back and do it. And yeah, my body is usually like clockwork, so we'll see. Who knows. Okay, so I went to Aldi. They didn't have pregnancy tests, so I had to go to Morrison's. But then obviously I was like thinking I can't just go in and buy one thing, so I went and bought like Dairy Dunkers, deodorant, face wash, and then like hid it all, the pregnancy test, on top of all of that, just in case I seen anybody that I knew. And I obviously bought a bag, because I was like, I cannot walk out of there with pregnancy tests. I don't know why it would matter. I wasn't like nervous, I just wouldn't want anyone to see, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm freaking out. I don't know. I was like driving home thinking, am I not? Like, I don't know. Like, I do think it's weird that my period's 2 days late. But then it's like blowing my mind if I am. I'm like, oh my god, like, I just don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go in and I'm going to unload the shop, and Jake needs to help because I've got things to do. Obviously, he doesn't know that I'm about to do this. Obviously, I'm going to tell him straight after, I think. Do I tell him straight after? Do I wait? I don't know. But what? I don't know. I'm going to go and do it, and I'll tell him either way, obviously. But, I don't know. I went to Aldi with my trousers on the wrong way. That's the, oh my god, no, I went with them inside out. The Lululemon badge is at the front, but it's meant to be at the back, so they're actually inside out. My head is not screwed on. Okay, so I've tied my hair up because I realised how crazy I looked on the last clip. But I just wanted to quickly come on and explain because I haven't explained. But so yesterday, obviously was the day I took the test and the first test, and it said it was negative. But then I kept checking the bin last night because I just honestly had this really strong feeling. And I'm like really like, don't know what to do. I haven't told Jake yet. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, so I had this really strong feeling. So I didn't delete the clips either because I just said to myself, I'll delete the clips if I'm not pregnant. So I didn't, weirdly. I just had this really strong feeling. Also, I didn't read the instructions on the test. I just weed on the stick, which is fine, and you can. Anyway, when I kept checking the test, there was like a faint line, but then I googled it and it said it's called like an absorbent line or something. So I was like, that's so confusing because it could be meaning I am. Anyway, I said to myself, if I don't come on this morning, I'm gonna do another test. But by today, I'm like 4 days late. Anyway, I went to the cupboard where the tests were and I read the instructions properly, and it actually said you can test on them tests I got, because they were just Morrison's £3.50 ones. And it said you can test from as early as 4 days. So obviously I was either doing it too early yesterday or it was midday. So I literally hadn't had a wee this morning. And it also said you can do it where you wee in a cup and then put the stick in. So I did that. And honestly, the 2 lines came up straight away. I'm pregnant. I can't believe it. Well, I can. I'm like, oh my God. I just knew. And I think that's what was making us more like feel crazy, because I was like, I must be, because I'm not coming my period. Like, I wish I don't know, I think that last clip I had just literally got out of bed and I was like, right, I need to have a wee, so I need to do it. I can't believe it. I don't know how I'm going to tell Jake. Do I just put the tests on the kitchen bench? I don't know. I also should put a bra on because I'm filming all these clips with my boobs just out. Anyway, my boobs are so soft, just to let everyone know. Anyway, I'm so happy. I didn't cry and I thought I would, but I think I'm a bit like, I don't know, shell shocked maybe could be the word. Eek.
Wait. No.
Okay, so I look a little bit more presentable now, and it is a few hours later, and I did obviously tell Jake, and honestly, I can't stop smiling. I'm so excited. Like, I feel like there's so many emotions, and I want to just talk about it a little bit. The reason I came to the car is because I'm actually about to go out, and I just thought it's kind of a place where I feel like I can just relax and say everything. So I told Jake, let's go back to that. So after the clip, I told him. So I went around the house trying to set up my phone where he wouldn't see it, but I could also film his reaction. Just so I had that for future. Of course, as you know, if you watch these vlogs, if you don't watch these vlogs, you'll not know, but my husband Jake doesn't like to be in them. He's not interested. He doesn't really do social media. He's just not that bothered. So it probably won't go anywhere. So it was just for me and him actually. But yeah, so I ended up setting it up in the kitchen, and it was my birthday a few weeks ago. We've been away, and I only see my friends for the first time last night, and they give me my birthday present. So I shouted, Jake, do you want to come and see my presents, what I got off the girls? So he came down and I was showing him everything, and I went, oh, and this? And I had in the tissue the pregnancy test, and I showed him it, and he was like, there was 2 lines of course, and he was like looking at it, looking at me, and I was like, I think I said, do you know what it is? No, do you know what that means? And he was like, no, like he didn't know. And I like was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And it was just so nice because he didn't actually click at first because he didn't know what the 2 lines meant. I should have maybe wrote that on the side, like 2 lines equal, or on the tissue, like 2 lines pregnant. I don't know. But it was just so cute, and his like eyes filled up, and like he was just smiling, and it was just honestly so amazing. I'll never forget that moment. And he's like, what the hell? Like, we just both sat there, and he made a coffee because I was having my green tea, and we just sat there and we're just like, talked about it and processed it for ages, and just, oh, honestly, I'm so excited. And, you know, I think, sorry, excuse me, I do honestly think that I'm only about 2 weeks. If, sorry, if everything's like right, I do track like, I do track everything. So I think if I'm right, it should be like 2 weeks. But I've ordered some clear blue tests off Amazon, which come tomorrow, just to tell you they've got like the little window which tells you like how many weeks you are. It might, I don't know, it might be less. I don't actually know. I think it's 2 weeks. It might be less. It might be 1 week. I don't really know, but I guess it would probably be 2 weeks, sorry. So yeah, so I also, when I was filming this morning, I think I was so like shell shocked that I got a few things wrong. So I'm actually 3 days late today. But obviously it came up straight away on the pregnancy test this morning. I definitely think it affected it that I did it later in the day yesterday, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pregnant. What on earth? Like, it actually feels crazy to say out loud, but I can't tell you how happy I am. And also, I just wanted to say this because I didn't really make it that clear. I did explain, but in yesterday's clips, I kept taking the pregnancy test to look in different lights to see if there was another faint second line, because I wasn't convinced that it was negative, if that makes sense. But also the line that was on was faint anyway, like it was a really faint one line. So I think it felt like, to me, it was inconclusive. And I did just think, I think I am pregnant. Yeah, so I kept taking it in other rooms, and I was showing Jake the footage of what I'd filmed yesterday, and he was laughing because he was like, you look so confused. Excuse me, so confused. And I was like, I was, because I just really thought I was, like, I just felt it, like, yeah. And and then also yesterday when I was on the way back from the shops and I hadn't done the test yet, I was thinking, it's crazy because I actually, how much I want to be, if that makes sense, like want to be pregnant, it makes it feel like it's so right, even though it obviously is. Like, I don't think you realise, because what was said was, we'll be like, oh, it'll be next year, because we just thought it would be next year. Like, I don't know, I just kept thinking next year because we've got a few holidays booked. Like, we're actually going to have to change Jake's 30th birthday present, which is Vegas, because we're meant to go in June, which we won't be able to, so I'll have to go there earlier. But I was like, yeah, after there, or like, we can be pregnant for that, so like a little bit next year anyway. So I was like sat in the car yesterday on the way back thinking, like, you know, if I'm not pregnant, it's not the end of the world, because we've got holidays booked and we've got things planned and we've got a busy year, so like, it's okay if not. But then I was like, how much I want to be pregnant proves how much I'm like, we're so ready for this, if that makes sense. And like, how I think just because I did know, like I say, because my period, even it was like that, the fact it was 1 day late, I was like, I just think I am. Yeah, it was honestly just crazy. And then we spoke about like when we're going to tell people and stuff like that, because for me personally, I don't feel stressed about telling people before 12 weeks, because I feel like I just want people, like I'd want my mum and dad to know. So I don't know, I think we're going to tell like my parents and maybe Jake's parents in like December, and then maybe at Christmas tell the family. But if I've worked it out right, Christmas will only be about 10 weeks. If I've worked it out right, I don't really know. So it'll be like the new year really when we get like a 12-week scan. So I'm guessing we'll probably book in for like a private scan. Excuse me. So we'll see. I don't know. It all depends. And you know, like, it's very, very early. If I'm right, it's 2 weeks. It's super early. So you don't know the right thing to do. Like, as much as you want to tell everyone, you just don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, Jake knows. Oh, honestly, his face, like, it was just so, I'll never forget that. It was lovely. Very, 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 very happy and so ecstatic, like I can't explain. I just keep thinking about it and I'm like, oh my god, it's just crazy. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to explain a little bit more, like what's just happened, like how I told Jake. And like I say, I filmed his reaction, and I do think I'll film everybody else's reaction when we eventually come to tell everyone. But I want to do it in like good ways. I want to like make people like surprised, like, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I don't know how long this video will even be, because what even it'll be like. I just want to update and talk about how I feel. That's another thing, I just kind of want to talk about it on my vlog. Like, I'm currently filming a weekly vlog, but I can't. So yeah. Also, my friend who's coming, we've got friends coming around tonight, and she was like, we'll have some drinks, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. So I'm actually off to buy no Prosecco to try and like hide the fact that I will not be drinking alcohol, because I've got a baby growing in my tummy. So yeah. What on earth? Crazy. I said, oh, we're having a summer baby, because if my calculations are right, I'm thinking like July will be when we're due. But anyway, I'll film tomorrow so you can see on the tests how far I am, because I have gotten, I think, 2 weeks. Anyway, let's go. Ciao. Okay, here I am again in the car. I just wanted to do a little update, because yesterday was obviously the day that sort of we found out, and yesterday was just such a happy day, like I can't even explain. And yeah, I just feel honestly so happy, like I can't explain. I am just beyond happy, beyond words. But I just thought I'd explain like a little bit of other things I'm feeling, because obviously this is the first time I've done this, and I don't like really know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. So I started like Googling everything I was doing yesterday, like hilarious. Can you have green tea whilst pregnant? Can you have this while pregnant? And like, you know, it's so funny, because I was like, I told Jake, I was like, oh, I've been Googling. He's like, I said, oh, can you not deal with 9 months of this? And he was just like laughing. But obviously it's just like, it's so new, and it's like, you don't know what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. Obviously as well, it's not obvious, but as well, me and Jake moved here like 2 years ago, and I still kept my old doctors. So at the doctors, I'm registered at my parents' address. So obviously I was like thinking yesterday, I kind of need to register at the doctors closer to us, which is in our village where we live. So I've basically been and got the forms yesterday to register. So I'm just about to go and drop them off to fill them in, because I need to move to the closer doctors. Obviously, because your medical record needs to be up to date with like where you're living and stuff. So I just wanted to get that sorted. The tests haven't came to say how far along I am yet, which is really strange. But obviously another thing is when I googled it, like the doctors apparently tell you to go off the first day of your last period. So that would be like, that's how they measure how far along you are. And if it's according to that, it would be like 5 weeks on Saturday. But if I look at like my tracking, it would be like 2 weeks. So there's quite a big difference of 3 weeks there, like 2.5 kind of thing. So I don't really know. Like Jake's like, well, you 2 weeks, just like relax. And I'm like, no, I know. But how the doctors measure it, it's like, it wouldn't be that. So and it did say on the internet, there's 2 ways to track it. Like if you know specifics, then track it like that. And if the doctors will go off the first day of your last period, which I always track my periods just for like, you know, just to know when I'm going to come on and how I'm feeling at that time of the month. I use an app called Clue. I know a lot of people use an app called Flow, but I just use Clue. So yeah, that's all like in the back of my mind, like how far along am I? And I know I'm going to take a test, and it's probably going to say the 2 week thing, like maybe like 2 weeks. I think they haven't arrived yet. They come today on Amazon, but I'll do it tomorrow morning, I think. So it's like really funny, because I'm like, I don't know. And then I was like working out sort of if we get like a private scan at sort of 6-7 weeks. But then the closest, this is all what's going through my brain. I just want to offload, because it's like nice to think I'm talking to someone. I will be in a few months, but right now I'm just talking to myself, getting my feelings out. So the place closest to us, which is like, it's a place in Chesley Street, which do like the sort of private scans. I know 2 of the people who work there, and they're lovely. Like I used to work with them. They actually then obviously work. Didn't work there, but I worked with them somewhere else. Like I trust them so much, but obviously I don't want to go there because I don't want to see them, if that makes sense, because I don't think I'll have even told my parents. So I don't know, it's really hard. So I was like looking last night where there's other private scans in the area, like so I can go there and just maybe like in a couple of weeks time have like a private scan. But then I was like, I also don't want to go to the private scan too early. Oh, it's all going on in my brain. But honestly, I feel like I do feel really emotional about it, because I'm just so excited. well enough. This maybe the hormones start and I don't know. But I just feel like I didn't realise how much I wanted this, and until it's happened, it's like crazy. And then I'm like, I've only took one test, but why would it tell me I'm pregnant if I'm not? Obviously I am. Anyway, all of these feelings are probably very normal, but it's just nice that I'm gonna have this to look back on and like remember how I feel when I finally tell everyone and I can put these vlogs out. So yeah, I'm stuck in a bit of a headspace if I'm at 2 weeks or I'm at 5 weeks on Saturday. Who knows? I don't know. What I think, what my plan is I'm gonna hand these doctors' forms in, see if I know anyone in the doctors. If I don't, I'm going to say, oh, and also I'm pregnant, so I need to know the next steps for that. And if not, I'm going to ring the doctors so I can just do it over the phone and no one has to hear. I'll probably do the ring and like just call them, because I think it'll be a lot easier, because then I just don't have to see anyone and find out, like, don't want anyone else to find out. And it's not that I honestly wouldn't mind people knowing. I think I just want my parents to know first, and I just think the best thing to do is just wait a few more weeks, I think. As much as I'm going to see my mum now and I'm like, how am I going to hide this? Because I just want to talk about it because I'm excited, but I know it's probably just give it a couple of weeks, because then it's not long for everyone to wait the further along they kind of find out. Anyway, just thought I'd do that little update. So it's only a day since I found out. I definitely woke up today feeling more calm, because yesterday I was just so happy, excited, and I was thinking, how am I going to do 9 months of this? I'm just like too excited. But I did say to Jake, it's a funny thing because I'm a very excited person and I get excited for things and I count down. But for this, I just want to enjoy every single second of it, a bit like the wedding planning, because, you know, it's like 9 months of just like pure happiness. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy it all. So I think I will keep updating this video, or maybe I'll make another one. I don't really know how it's going to go, but I just wanted to put my feelings out there. Day 2 of finding out. Yeah. Crazy. So this morning I did the clear blue test and it confirmed that I'm 3+ weeks, which in how the doctors measure it is like 5 weeks. So it's crazy. I was looking back on the clips that I'd filmed in the last few days as well, and I got it so wrong. Like, I have tracked, but then since learning more about the tracking, I was getting it right. So yes, 5 weeks. Tomorrow officially, actually, it'll be, because it's Sunday. I thought it was Saturday, but it's Sunday. So yeah, tomorrow, 5 weeks official. What on earth? But yeah, so exciting. Salt and vinegar crisps actually has just been, I think I've had a packet of crisps actually every day. That's so we've pulled up and I still feel so nervous. I just want the nerves to go away, but they will, it's fine. It's time to buy the first outfit.